Hello mamas, I am Betty and I am currently 31 weeks I believe, and so that's putting me in already in the third trimester. So I wanted to share some things, some tips and things that I am doing in my third trimester and that I'm going to be doing throughout my third trimester to help my body be at its optimal state that it can be to push this baby out when it's time to do so. So if you guys are interested in that, then I encourage you guys to please subscribe, give this video a like, and stick around for all the fun mama videos to come for third trimester and postpartum. All of these exercises are safe throughout the entire pregnancy. It's just that when you're in the third trimester, you're closer to that due date, so you want your body to really get to that state of being able to push the baby out. So in today's video, we're going to be doing 5 ball exercises. So what you will need for this to follow along with me or to practice on your own afterwards is just a ball. And this is from, I believe, from Walmart, but you can find them anywhere. You just want to make sure that you get the right proper ball size for your body height. And I'll show you just real quick the things that you want to look into. So when you get a ball, you want to make sure that it's not too low, too small, or too big. So you want to make sure that whenever you sit on it, try to sit on it in the center, depending on what positions or what exercises you're going to be doing. But you want to make sure that your legs are like at a 90-degree angle and not either like pushed out or like synced in. If your ball is too low, that your legs might be pushed up. You don't want to be like that. You want your feet to be planted on the floor and have that kind of like that 90-degree angle and your back straight. You also don't want where your ball is too big and you're like tipping over because it's too tall. So you just want to find a balance between your ball and your body to where it's leveled. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, let's get to the exercises. The amount of space that you have between your knees, or how wide you open your legs for all these type of exercises, depends pretty much on the stage of labor, on the stage of pregnancy that you are in. So I am currently in my third trimester, so obviously I have a belly, so I need to have my hips more open. But if I was like in my first trimester, where normally you probably don't have much belly yet, you're able to like have them more closed, or maybe you don't have to have them that open, this open. So, and that's fine, but you always just want to make sure that you have that space for your belly to be in, where you're not feeling like you're squeezing your belly too much, and you don't want to have your legs overly extended to where you're actually closing your hip back instead of opening it. So my belly's pretty big. So I usually have them like that, and I just have them in an angle. And my feet, I usually have them out, or sometimes I'd be in. I don't think I really pay attention. It's just whatever feels comfortable. And this can be done, all of these exercises can be done throughout the day, several times throughout your day, and throughout your normal activities. So the first one, the most easy one, is just the bouncing ball. And this is just pushing up and down. Remember, you want to keep that aligned. I could have it probably like that, but I don't know why, I just like to have it space. And while you're doing all these exercises, you always want to take in mind your breath, your breathing technique. So it's, if you're doing a certain type of breathing or relaxation therapy that you're practicing for your labor, you want to practice those techniques during the time that you're doing these exercises, so that by the time that it comes to actual labor, your body and your mind is already used to it, and it's easier to get in that state of mind instead of trying to figure out things at the last minute. And you can do this as long as you want. There's no right or wrong timing that you have to do it, as long as you have the time to do it and that it's comfortable with you. And at any point something starts to hurt, either reposition yourself or stop doing that, whatever it is that you're doing that it's making your body hurt, because none of these ball exercises or none of the exercises or stretches should be hurting your body when doing them. So the second one is circles. So you want to do rotations with your hips, and that can just be easily be circles like this. Or if you want to be more, or you can try to do figure eights forward or to the side. So they're gonna look like this, and we're going forward. And if you find yourself that you don't have a good balance, or you find yourself like being wobbly from the ball, try to be next to the wall or something that's gonna help you find the support, so that you don't tip over or fall off from your ball. You can also have your partner, or just be close to a wall if you find that to be easier for you. Yeah, or you can just sway to the sides like that. Maybe you can just change things up as whatever feels comfortable for you. You find something new, like a bounce and a sway, or if you want to put music and dance to it, get weights and do your arms at the same time. You know, do whatever feels comfortable for you, and that is allowing that hip movement so that you can open up those hips. This third technique is hip thrust. So this is kind of like if you've done yoga before, or you've done cat-cow pose. This is pretty much how it is, but it's seated. So you want to either put your hands on your knees, on your hips, wherever feels comfortable, and then just kind of like push your hip forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. You just want to do small little tilts. Or you can also try to do the cat and cow, which is that one you push up more from here and you drown yourself. Another one that you want to do, for this type of exercise, I would recommend to put the ball against the wall for better support, and or try to have a chair or something next to you in case you lose your balance. It's like figure four. If you're doing a stretch on the floor without the ball, it's called figure four, where basically you pick up your knee up to your foot up to your knee. And this can be a little bit more challenging. That's what I'm saying. Like, try to have some support next to you, and this you will feel it here and this hip opener. I actually prefer to do this position on the floor without the ball, as a pigeon pose instead of with the ball, because it's too big. So the next position is just resting on your knees. So if your floor is too hard, you can always put towels or pillows on your knees to make it more comfortable for you, and then you're just going to be resting on the ball. And there's many ways you can do it, and so let me show you. You can also incorporate those first exercises of the hip movement in this position. So you want to sway to the side or do like circles or just hip thrusts. You can do them in this position as well. This allows your belly to just hang. Don't force it, don't apply pressure, anything, just allow it to hang to relieve that kind of pressure on your back. And your knees, you want to have them probably shoulder apart, maybe a little bit more depending on your belly size. Remember, you always want to have that space for your belly. And then just relax. It's a very relaxing position. You can also do child's pose in this position by using the ball for support, and you want to just come down to the floor with your knees open, allowing that space for your belly to rest in, and then just lean forward. You can keep the ball or you can get rid of the ball, just depends on your comfort. And just get down all the way down to the floor and just stretch. So that's it, mamas. Go get your ball, and I hope that it becomes useful for you and that you find some comfort and relief by doing these exercises throughout your pregnancy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you mamas in the next video.